Hello, everybody, and welcome to Calisar Tech. Today we are revisiting football, and we're going to be talking about the starting lineup for 2020. At least at this moment, a lot can change between now and the start of college football season, but we'll start from here. And we're going to start with the most obvious one, Justin Fields. We all know that Justin Fields is going to be the starter no matter what, unless Stroud or Miller somehow light up the field, or even Hoke. But I think that Justin Fields has that established leadership, and he had a pretty good year. So I think it will be Justin Fields. With it being said, let's go ahead and look at his just overall stats. He had a pretty good year. He completed 238 passes of 354 attempts for 67% completion average. Really good. He had 3,273 yards, roughly 3,300 yards, Joe Germain territory, which is a good comparison and a pretty good place to be for a first year starting quarterback. So he could be up there with Troy Smith. Nah, he's headed Troy Smith. He'll be up there with Dwayne Haskins in no time. And then it'll be like, who is better, Dwayne Haskins or Justin Fields? And if Justin Fields has 3 years of this or better, it will be Justin Fields. And then I know you can't forget JT. JT would have done a lot better, I think, if Ryan Day had been around since his freshman year. But it is what it is. He threw for 41 touchdowns, had 3 interceptions, only 1 interception during the regular season. Just that Clemson game just ruined it all for him. His long was 60, which is really good, and his rating was 181.4. Overall, a solid year, a really good year for an Ohio State quarterback. And I think we're going to see more of this, if not more. We're going to see numbers that are better than this. Maybe not Haskins level, but I'd say in that 3,500 to 4,000 yard territory, depending on the defense, of course, because he could have had more yards, but the defense was really good last year, with the exception of that last game. But there was so much into that game, so Clemson came into that game ready to play. So I think his best game of 2019 was against Michigan. He completed 14 passes out of 25 attempts for 56% completion, 302 yards. He had 4 touchdowns. His long was 57, and his rating was 210. This is the game that showed that he was a warrior. He understood the rivalry, and at that point, definitely a Buckeye. And then we had the Wisconsin game after that. That was still really good, but I think this is the game that for last year established his legacy, or at least the start of his legacy at Ohio State. And I can see him having 3 victories against Michigan, because I don't really think he's going to have 4. So, because I don't know if he had a redshirt season or not. It doesn't matter. He's going to be here 2019, 2020, 2021. I think he's gone after 2021. So we've got 2 more years of beating Michigan and having really good seasons. That being said, his worst game was against Clemson, which really, outside the interception to touchdown ratio, it really wasn't a bad um, game for him. He completed 30 of his passes, 46 attempts. When you have 46 attempts, though, you're throwing that ball a lot. His completion percentage was 65. He had 320 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, which was shocking considering he only had 1 touchdown coming into this game. That last pass, still on him, but that was definitely miscommunication between him and Olave. If he and Olave had been on the same page, that would have turned into a touchdown. Game over, we win. And his long would have been longer than 24, I think. I don't remember what yard line they were on at that point, but the point is that had he completed that pass, it would have been a touchdown. It would have been 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, which would have been acceptable. 1 TD, 2 interceptions, but it is what it is. That was a bad game for the team overall. His stats outside of the touchdown to interception ratio, still pretty good. His long was only 24, which I think is a relatively low for a kind of team we are. But it wasn't just him who lost that game. But if you look, that's the kind of stats he had during that game. And you can't throw 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in a game and expect to win it. But it's a team game. It was more than just him. The defense did let Clemson go down the field at 90 plus yards, 4 plays, touchdown. You can't let a team do that. Well, that was our first video on the different players. This one is Justin Fields. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe, and next week is going to be Master T. So, or maybe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now. You have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.